This case is not merely a legal issue, it is a matter of justice. The Philippine government remains steadfast in its commitment to ensuring accountability and upholding the principles of due process. We call on all concerned authorities to respect our legal processes and uphold internal cooperation in the pursuit of justice. And then, March 19, si DOJ Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla, sabi niya, he was quoted as saying na the Philippine government is still waiting for the process of Teves extradition to unravel, hinting that there was so much corruption in Timor-Leste's criminal system. Okay, ito ang sabi ng Philippine Star na sinabi ni DOJ Secretary. We're waiting for the process. There was supposed to be just one more appeal. Then there's another appeal. And then there's another appeal. It's a morphing legal system. Tapos nanakot na si Remulla. Remulla said that it could cost Timor-Leste in their bid to be a member of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Yan, nanakot na. Okay. I think that the pressure on them is immense also. They want to become members of the ASEAN, and that's going to cost them if they don't act accordingly. Anyway, punta na tayo ngayon kay Teves, no? Kasi mainit-init to kay Teves at maraming gustong magpa-explain sa akin kung ano nangyari dito kay Teves. Okay, ang pinaka-detailed na information kay Teves, yung extradition ni Teves from Timor-Leste is from Philippine Star. Okay, papakita natin. Philippine Star. Ayan na, Philippine Star, kahit fake news niyo ako, ginagamit ko pa rin kayo, pinopromote ko pa rin kayo. Pero wag naman sanang ganon, Philippine Star. Dapat naman, kunin niyo yung side nung nalagay niyo doon na hindi umattend. Anyway, wala akong pakialam. Let bygones be bygones, di ba? So, ito, sinulat to ni Daphne Galvez, March 21, 2025. Timor-Leste Appeals Court rejects Teves extradition. Okay, anong nangyari dito? Ang nakakagulat kasi dito, alam niyo naman yung kaso ni Teves, di ba? Yung accused siya ng multiple murder, di ba? And murder ni Degamo, ni Negros Oriental Roel Degamo, at iba pang mga 3 individuals sa Negros Oriental ng 2019. And meron din siya frustrated murder, attempted murder, multiple murder. So, ang daming murder. Ano to, March 2023 nangyari. And tinag din siya as terrorist. So, bonggang-bongga. Terrorist, murder. So, lahat na ng pwedeng itag sa'yo para mapabalik ka sa Pilipinas, ginawa na sa kanya. I'm not saying that Teves is innocent, no? I don't know. But everyone's innocent until proven guilty. Di ba? Ginagamit na sa criminal law, gano'n. Anyway, so ngayon si Teves sumunta ng Amerika and then from the United States, he went to East Timor para mag-apply ng asylum. So, tapos nagkaroon ng Interpol Emirate. Ngayon yung Interpol Emirate, nahuli si Degamo, si Teves habang nag-golf. Ngayon, syempre, bago siya extradite, kailangan pang dumaan ng korte. Yan ang tinatawag na judicial review. Okay? Ngayon, pina-judicial review ni Teves. And then, na-reject ang kanyang extradition twice. Tapos, inappeal ni Degamo kept appealing, of course, until ma-reach naman yung Supreme Court. Pagdating ng Court of Appeals, unanimous ang judges. Ni-reverse nila yung decision ng lower courts about extradition. Okay? Unanimous, grabe, Court of Appeal, unanimous. Bakit? Kasi may mga recantations ng witnesses at merong basta maraming situations na nagpo-point out na mababiolate yung Article 5.3 ng Constitution ng East Timor. Ano yon? Yun yung against kung merong risk na yung tao ay mag-face ng torture, humiliating, degrading, and torture, degrading, and ano pa nga ba yun? Inhuman, cruel treatment doon sa pagbabalikang bansa hindi nila i-grant yung extradition. So yung mga evidences na pinresent ni Teves ay nagbigay ng reasonable risk. Kasi mababa lang yung standard doon eh. Reasonable risk lang eh. Na si Teves, pag ibinalik sa Pilipinas, ay pwede siyang mag-face ng torture, inhuman degrading, cruel treatment. Ganyan. Eh, bawal yun. Isa yun sa mga non-derogable right. Ibig sabihin ng non-derogable po ay walang exceptions dito. Okay? So, kaya si Teves, yung extradition ni Teves, hindi inaward. Kasi may nakita silang reasonable risk na si Teves ay mag-face ng inhuman, degrading or humiliating or cruel and torture pagbalik niya ng Pilipinas. So may reasonable risk. So may threat sa buhay niya. May reasonable risk. Kanya. Ngayon, kailan lumabas yung decision? Lumabas yung decision ng March 20, parang March 20 lang ata. Kaya marami nagtatanong na tao, meron kayang kinalaman dito yung di ba? May mga pwedeng magtanong yung mga tao na kung may kinalaman dito yung nangyari kay Digong. Hindi ba? Eh kasi kayo, sabi na yung justice system failed. So bakit magkakaroon ng kumpiyansa yung ibang bansa na ipa-extradite dyan yung mga gusto nyong pa-extradite? Eh kayo na mismo nag-announce sa mundo na ang justice system sa Pilipinas ay hindi na gumagana, kaya dapat si Digong ay kailangan pang litisin sa ibang bansa. Anyway, so, syempre, di ba, pagkatapos ng kay Digong, biglang lumabas itong extradition ni Teves. So, anong naging reaction ng DOJ? Sabi ng DOJ, sila ay surprised and deeply disappointed. Sabi nila, the decision is peculiar and legally improbable. This sudden shift raises serious concerns, and we are currently seeking further clarification regarding the basis of this decision. We reiterate our firm request for cooperation in this matter. Okay. This case is not merely a legal issue, it is a matter of justice. The Philippine government remains steadfast in its commitment to ensuring accountability and upholding the principles of due process. We call on all concerned authorities to respect our legal processes and uphold internal cooperation in the pursuit of justice. And then, March 19, si DOJ Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla, sabi niya, he was quoted as saying na the Philippine government is still waiting for the process of Teves extradition to unravel, hinting that there was so much corruption in Timor-Leste's criminal system. Okay, ito ang sabi ng Philippine Star na sinabi ni DOJ Secretary. We're waiting for the process. There was supposed to be just one more appeal. Then there's another appeal. And then there's another appeal. It's a morphing legal system. Tapos nanakot na si Remulla. Remulla said that it could cost Timor-Leste in their bid to be a member of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Yan, nanakot na. Okay. I think that the pressure on them is immense also. They want to become members of the ASEAN, and that's going to cost them if they don't act accordingly. Ayan na. Okay. Ngayon, sabi naman ng lawyer ni Teves, Timor-Leste's decision, a triumph of the rule of law, as well as an indictment of the kind of government the Philippines has, which he said ignores the Constitution and the laws of the Republic in the brazen desire to silence political dissent and destroy the legitimate political opposition. Okay. So baka may kinalaman kasi yun ang kino-quote ni ni Attorney Topacio eh, 'di ba? Baka may kinalaman, baka lang na so ayun na nga ang eksena. Hindi siya ma-extradite. Court of Appeals na eh. Pag umabot pa to ng Supreme Court, parang I don't know, medyo, tingnan natin kung mare-reverse pag umabot ng Supreme Court ng East Timor. Okay? So, marami daw corruption sa criminal justice system ng East Timor. Tingnan nga, sandali nga, ma-check nga ang corruption level sa East Timor. Kasi di ba sabi nila ang sabi nila sa Committee Against Disinformation, dapat may evidence. Okay, let's see. Pupunta tayo sa pinaka-trusted na corruption watchdog sa mundo, yung Transparency International. Okay, Transparency International. Okay, so ano nga hanapin natin? Timor-Leste. Okay, Timor-Leste has a rank of 73. Not bad, 73, and a score of 44 over 100. Ano ibig sabihin ng score? Let's see. CPI score is the most widely used global corruption ranking. Okay. CPI country score is the perceived level of public sector corruption on a scale of 0 to 100, where 0 means highly corrupt, 100 means very clean. Ayan. So, 44 over 100 ang Timor-Leste on public sector corruption. Pero overall, ang rank niya is 73 to 180. So, hindi siya number 1, definitely. So, rank 73 ang East Timor. So, okay, not bad for a young country, di ba? Kailan lang naman naging bansa, naging independent state ang East Timor, no? Mas matanda pa ako sa East Timor as an independent state. Anyway, okay, 44. Tingnan mo natin yung Pilipinas. Baka naman mas malinis ang Pilipinas sa East Timor. Kaya nagsabi si DOJ Secretary Remulla na maraming korupsyon sa criminal justice system sa East Timor. So, Philippines. Okay, Philippines. Okay. Na-surprise ako dito, So, kung ang East Timor ay rank 70 in the 70s, ang Pilipinas ay 114. Okay. And yung East Timor ay 44 ang cleanliness score. Ang Pilipinas ay 33. Okay, medyo may problema tayo doon. medyo may problema tayo doon na nilait natin yung East Timor about corruption. medyo lang naman, kung corruption perception index ang pag-uusapan, medyo may problema tayo doon, DOJ Secretary. Ayun ay, kung ibabase natin sa corruption perception index. Okay, ano naman tayo? Ibang index naman tayo, mga friends. Let's try Freedom House. Kasi syempre, di ba, yung extradition, excuse nila, baka ito masubject sa cruel, inhuman, degrading treatment. Ibig sabihin, yung bansa mo, mababa ang parang human rights situation. Di ba? So, pupunta tayo ngayon sa isa pang index. Ang tawag dito ay Freedom House. Okay, Freedom House. Dito natin makikita yung civil political rights, kuning-kuning, everything. So, let's find Timor-Leste. Timor-Leste. Okay, Timor-Leste. Ano ba gusto nyo? Ano ba yun? Ang bilis naman. Ang bilis naman. Hindi pa ako nakakapag Timor-Leste. Ang hahanapin dito natin, mga friends, ay ang kanyang ranking ng 2025. Okay, Timor-Leste. Timor-Leste 2025. 72 over 100. In fairness, ang 100 is perfect score. Okay, 100 is perfect score. Political rights, 33 over 40. So 40 is the perfect score. 60 is the perfect score. Not bad. Okay, not bad. Political rights, 33 over 40. Wow, diba? Parang bongga. Civil liberties, 39 over 60. Not bad, no? Lagpas sa kalahati. So, and then ang kanyang description is free. Free, ibig sabihin malaya itong East Timor. Okay, tingnan natin ang Philippines. Okay. Philippines. Okay. Philippines. Oh. Okay. Political rights, 25 over 40. And civil liberties, 33 over 60. Okay. Ay, huwag kayo magpapadala ng mga star sa Facebook dahil hindi po siya sa akin nire-remit ng Meta. Wala, hindi po ako nakatanggap ng mga stars niyan. Kayo magpadala ng star sa Facebook. Anyway, so 58 over 100. Okay, medyo, lagpas naman siya ng pasang-awa, no? Pero mas mataas pa rin yung East Timor. And Philippines is partly free. Okay, so, medyo, parang, parang yung sinabi ni DOJ Secretary Remulla na maraming corruption sa criminal justice system ng Timor-Leste or ng East Timor ang hindi nagtutugma doon sa corruption index ranking ng Timor-Leste versus the Philippines at freedom index ranking ng Timor-Leste versus the Philippines. So, parehong metrics, higit na mas less corrupt ang East Timor kaysa sa Pilipinas at mas may freedom sa Timor-Leste kaysa sa Pilipinas. So, kailangan natin itong gawa ng essay. So, class, please take out a 1/4 sheet of paper. 1,000 words. Charot. Ayun lang naman ang sinasabi ko lang naman, no? Pinakita natin yung ranking. So, parang either tama si DOJ Secretary Remulla, tapos mali ang Corruption Perception Index at Freedom House. Or, pareho silang mali, or tama ang Freedom House at Corruption Perception Index at mali si DOJ Secretary Remulla. Pero yun na nga, hindi natin alam. No? We don't know kung sino talaga ang tama, yung Corruption Perception Index and Freedom House or si DOJ Secretary Remulla. Pero yun na nga, ang relevance ng decision ng Timor-Leste nito, kasi guys, pag ang mga bansa, halimbawa si Harry Roque, di ba nag-apply siya ng asylum? Usually, kung itong mga, they sometimes refer to extradition decisions on ng mga asylum seeker, ng mga citizens ng bansa ng asylum seeker na yon. Ngayon, itong kay Teves, very significant ito kasi yung East Timor, yung Timor-Leste, kapitbahay natin. So, alam nila yung situation sa Pilipinas. And then second, mas magandang human rights record kasi ng Timor-Leste. And kung, syempre, iisipin nung Netherlands na mukhang mukhang may gravity itong asylum request nitong si Harry Roque. Kasi kita mo sa East Timor, sa East Timor nga, tumitegi yung nag-apply, tapos na-approve. Hindi ba? So, baka nga meron talagang eksena. Siyempre, kakausapin mo pa si Teves, etc., kalagayan ng ano sa bansa. So, yun lang. So, parang nagkaroon ngayon ng malaking balakid sa gobyernong ito na kunin, dakpin, kidnapin, charot, ang mga taong nasa ibang bansa na nagkikriticize sa kanila. Yun lang naman, no? Kasi this is going to be influential, itong desisyon ng Timor-Leste sa extradition ni Teves because it will be referred to by other countries when processing extradition cases involving Filipinos. So yun lang po, maraming salamat. And thank you sa mga nagpadala ng tip. I appreciate it sa inyong mga nakayanan na, di ba? Every amount is okay, di ba? Wala, tip lang naman yan, di ba? And ayun lamang po. At hanggang sa muli nating pagkikita at pagtatagpo. And remember, Japan, just always pray at night.